So now we know. And knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe! Hey V-Buds, I'm back, and today we're going to be checking out the brand new Amazon exclusive LOL Bigger Surprise Winter Disco Limited Edition set. Not gonna lie, I think they keep adding more and more words to the title to seem like it's something special, but I'm gonna break it down for you right now. Since the internet and trending has taken over and made everything collectible, limited edition means diddly squat. They're literally just adding the words limited edition to their products now so that kids will see them and think that they don't have a chance to get it later if they don't get it now, which creates more of a demand for the stores to get them on the shelves, which means in the end, the company makes more money, especially during the holidays. But in all actuality, a quick search online will reveal that the majority of the previous LOL Surprise limited edition sets are actually still very much available. So what does that tell ya? Here it is, our super duper limited edition LOL Surprise Winter Disco Bigger Surprise. I messed that up. Alright, despite whatever comes in here, the quality, no matter how good it may be, we all know that in the end, I'm not going to be a super fan of the price because LOLs are crazy expensive, especially here in Canada. So knowing that in advance, I'm going to disregard any and all prices for now and deal with that later towards the end of the video. And for now, we're going to switch down to the table, open this up to see what comes inside, and see if it's something that you should be adding to or scratching off your holiday shopping list. Because chances are someone you know has asked for this, if not another LOL Surprise item this season. And I'm willing to bet that it is not exactly budget friendly. But for now, we open. Through the magic of editing and magic, we are now at the table with our LOL Surprise Winter Disco set. If we stared at the package long enough, we'd easily find out everything that comes inside it. In fact, you can pretty much see it all now, but since we want to open the surprises and be surprised, I'll just let you know that this set is not recommended for children under 3 because it does contain small parts. Here is our giant case. It is dark blue with embedded silver glitter. When we pull it open, everything falls. And now we have our first layer, which has 10 different spots for us to open. So instead of angling this the whole time, I'm going to move it. Whoops, surprise is ruined. Don't look on the bottom, it's see-through. So instead of opening everything up from this side, I think today I'm gonna try something a little different, and I'm gonna go in through the back. That way when I'm done, I could pop them back in, and then I'll put it back inside the big case for my kids to open. Here are the first 10 surprises I opened in that layer, and as you can see, the pants have fallen down. So let's start by checking out this shiny black hat. For the most part, it seems pretty good, minus this giant gouge in the front. It's almost like a super wide, flat bowler hat with a black ribbon and bow wrapped around it. We've got a one-piece white denim outfit with pink laces going up the front, a black collar, and belt around the middle. Next up, we have a split patterned jacket. One side resembles black leather, while the other is white, pink, and gray plaid, and underneath there's a striped shirt of black, gray, and pink. Once you add the pants, which are hot pink with black stripes all over, it becomes a super busy pattern. Next, we have a fuzzy black collar, and it's hard to tell, but there is a bow with 2 pom-poms in the front. We also have a white scarf with little pom-poms all over. We've got some dark metallic gray cuffs with hot pink studs, hot pink and white high-top sneakers, as well as some pearly black and white high-top sneakers, and unfortunately mine have quite a bit of white paint in random spots. And our last accessory is a hot pink pair of very thin black framed sunglasses. Now we'll move on to our second layer, which is angled for your viewing pleasure. And I think we'll start with the bottom one. We have a black and hot pink soda can. We have another pair of black and white sneakers, and these ones have quite a bit of paint in weird places. Oh gosh, there's even more pattern. All right. We have a black hoodie with a hot pink sleeve and that same plaid pattern of gray, white, and pink for the front pocket, as well as the collar. Then we've got some little white drawstrings and some silver buckles and straps. It almost looks like there's a backpack, but there's not. And the pants are also multi-patterned with black denim on one side with a silver hanging chain and studs. And the opposite side has that plaid pattern with some silver zippers. And on the back, we have alternating pockets in the same pattern to pull it all together. And now our ball. Inside you have your little play area, which I've never known anyone to use, but if you do, that's great. Our doll, our handle, because everyone loves carrying a purse with giant holes in the side, and our last surprise bag. Looks like we have a black eye patch with a broken heart and a big black bow on the back. And now our doll. basically it's Dosey Dude but with blue features and hair. Going in for a quick close-up reveals that our doll is nicely painted and defect-free. And look at those eyebrows. They actually look like eyebrows. You'll notice the cheeks have some little gray marks on them, and I'm pretty sure that's because this is a color changer, so we'll have to test that out in a few minutes. When it comes to the arms and legs, everything seems to move pretty good, which makes me happy. Nothing stiff or glued. That's important for both play and dressing your doll. Moving down to the feet, we have two different color striped socks. One is black and gray, and the other is black and pink. And sadly, this one here does not meet back up completely, resulting in a wonky looking paint job. Now, before I dress my little brother here, I'm going to quickly test him in both hot and icy cold water to see what his color change is going to be, as well as what temperature water will make the change happen. Regular boy in hot water remains a regular boy. And while we're at it, we'll fill him with water. And now we know he's a spitter. So it is not hot water, which leaves only ice water. Notice the real live ice, guys. And dunk. Ah, it's cold. Oh, that's so cool. Okay. Oh, okay, slightly less cool. I'm gonna zoom in. The ice cold water reveals some super thick black makeup around the eyes, which includes some upwards and downwards spikes. We also get some black lipstick. The left arm gets a moon and stars, and on the back, we get a big black triangle with what looks like a wolf howling at the moon, and there are also some little stars there. And now that the hair is wet, I can see that there's some very fine glitter embedded in the paint, which I am not hating because it's not falling off on me. Now I'm just gonna dry him off and get him dressed. And there you have it, folks. A very plaid and leather pirate. Now we can move on to our second ball. That's really weird. This one did have a sticker. The first one didn't. And it says, presents for your BFF. First blind bag. A white, gray, and hot pink plaid cup with a black lid. And I'm pretty sure you can see for yourself that this one is very, very badly painted. That's terrible. Second blind bag. We have a super tall pair of black and hot pink platform boots with small details like lacing and studs all over, as well as terrible extra paint. I'm starting to think that this specific product was rushed out to create a big mad dash and hype for the holiday, and they skipped a lot of the quality control. This time it looks like we have a black fronted sweater with a white corset and lacing, as well as that same plaid pattern on one sleeve and hot pink on the other. We also have a hot pink and black vertical striped skirt with two decorative silver zippers in the front. And now our ball. Once again, we have a doll inside, as well as an accessory and a handle, and this time it's pearly white. Inside we have a very greasy black headband. I do like these ones because they're very bendable and easy to wrap around your doll's head. I'm not specifically liking this one because it's covered in some kind of grease, and I don't like it. Here is our doll, and just like the first one we got, she has glittery blue hair, and I can actually see it this time. She has hair parted into two buns with little bows around them, and in this case, they are black. She's got black lipstick, big blue eyes, and some big bold black mascara. There is a bit of paint missing off one eye and an extra little dollop on the other, but other than that, everything seems pretty good. Moving on to her body, we can see that she's going to be a color changer. It's quite obvious. I'm not going to focus on that too much because we do want to see what it looks like once it's a bit more vibrant. Oh no! Aw, this is why I check these things. This arm moves really well, and I was about to comment on that. And this one here is actually about to fall out. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm gonna be very careful. And when it comes to her legs, this one is actually glued in place, and this one is glued as well, but I can kind of move it. You can hear me gritting my teeth. I don't want to ruin her. This will make it difficult to not only dress my doll and hopefully not lose a limb, but also to pose it if I wanted it to sit. Our doll also comes wearing two mismatched socks. One is a hot pink, and the other has gray and white stripes. Now, the last doll was not a hot color changer, but just in case, we will try that first. And nothing happened. So now we know. And knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe! And here comes the cold. Her face gets little black freckles, a small heart on her left cheek, and some big winged liner. She gets some blue denim shorts, a black t-shirt that looks like it's oozing off of her with a white star in the center, as well as some fishnet sleeves, and her socks also changed. The white and gray became white and black stripe, and the hot pink sock turned black with a little thigh garter or thigh cuff, and regardless of whatever you call it, it is not something a child would typically wear. Now we'll just suck up some water, check that she's a spitter, which she is, and I'm gonna dry her off and get her dressed. Don't break, don't break, don't break, please don't break. Okay, this is extremely difficult because of her one super almost broken arm, and here's her skirt. And I'm really lucky we don't have to actually bend her legs in order to put it on, because the water definitely did nothing to help soften the glue, which means the legs are still stuck tight. And here is our final look. The last thing I'm going to mention is that there is a bit of extra plastic where the head meets the neck area. So when I have time, I'm probably going to shave that down so it looks a little less strange. But yeah, that's our doll. In fact, that's both. And now we'll move on to our little. Dun, 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 dun. This one had a sticker too. Why didn't the brother have a sticker? And it says Twinkle Lights. And inside we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blind bags. And we'll start with this first one. We have a pair of pink and white sneakers. These ones are definitely shorter, almost like they're moccasins. And once again, they have paint all over, except one side is definitely better than the other, which makes them slightly less terrible than some of the other shoes we've opened. Second bag is pretty flat. It's just a pearly white chain to attach to our ball here. Pretty lame surprise. Up next we have, ooh, really cool looking backpack actually. This one is white with a black bottom, straps and top, and it's got some silver decorations in the form of squares and a strap. The majority of the backpack is that same white, gray, and hot pink pattern, except the front, which has pink and black vertical stripes, a black broken heart, poofy pom-pom, silver zipper, and a couple more squares. Moving on. We have a very interesting pair of fashion dress-up glasses, I guess. They are basically hot pink Harry Potter glasses in the sense that they are circular, and they have little flip-out lenses that are stuck in this position. So in real life, they might actually fold back in to give you lenses, but not today. And lastly, we have our little sibling. Oh, she's actually super cute. She basically looks identical to her older sister. She's got the same blue hair with glitter on it, the same little buns with black bows, and the same blue eyes. And her eyebrows are a little bit wonky. Honestly, I think on the littles, they could have bigger eyebrows because right now it just sort of looks like their foreheads are too big. And other than this one spot of black paint just below her hairline, her face is actually pretty good. Moving on to the rest of the body, our doll is wearing a white t-shirt with matching socks, as well as a little diaper in that same gray, pink, and white plaid. And now, even though I know the hot water isn't gonna do anything, we're just gonna quickly test that to make sure because chances are this would have been the first time it did. And the answer is no. Which brings us to the cold. Pop her in there, and now we can zoom in. It's hard to see, but she does get a little black star on her left cheek, and her white t-shirt turned into a long sleeve little black suit jacket with matching little bow ties going down the front. Her diaper stays the same, and one of her socks changes to hot pink. And now we'll dry her off. We'll leave her over there while we open our last ball on this layer. Ooh. Once again, we have a sticker. This one says, it's a snow day. Oh, how is that zipper so skinny? Making my life difficult. Oh. That was a supremely unnecessary piece of plastic. It was very difficult to open, and it provided 0 towards our surprise factor. In fact, all of these layers are completely unnecessary. It's already in the box. Just shove it all in a ball and call it a day. Inside, we have some bags. 1, 2, 3, 4, a handle for our ball, and some sand, which is going to include another surprise. Yay. Yay for you guys, not so much for me. If this is your first time being here, I have sensory issues, and I'm not a fan of the sand, but there's usually a scoop, so we're good. Here's my first bag, and inside we have a black and hot pink coffee cup. Next, we have a little pet outfit. It's got a silver zipper on the front, hot pink drawstrings with a matching sleeve, and that same gray, white, and pink plaid pattern for the collar. Here's our third surprise. We have a hot pink black framed pair of glasses. And lastly, our pet. Oh my gosh, it is actually so cute, and I'm 99% sure that it's a puppy. It's fuzzy and black, and there's flocking all over. It's got brown eyes and little bits of pink inside the ear, and it's got the same hair as the sisters we've already opened, except that the little ribbon and bow around the buns are not painted black. Now, I was really worried that I was gonna have to wash this flocking off in water like the previous fuzzy pets, but a quick look at the instructions says that's not the case, so Jen is quite happy. But I am not super thrilled about the fact that I do not have a scoop to dig through the sand. So let's just get this over with. For the sake of my sanity, I'm just gonna pop this pink sand out and find my shoes that way. Okay, I thought there was gonna be boots in here, but there's not. Ugh. What is it? What is it? It's all stuck. Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it. Please stand by. That's horrible. Okay, I did it. There were no shoes in there. I'm pretty annoyed right now. What shoes is this animal wearing in the picture? Must be one of those bonus shoes we opened earlier because technically they fit. Buried in all that sand was bottoms for our pet. And it looks like it's gonna be split in two with black on one side with a hot pink frill. And on the other, we have that same white, gray, and pink pattern with a black frill. Okay, I don't think these sunglasses are gonna go to this pet, and I'm not even gonna try to put it on because they are so tight. I'm pretty confident it would ruin the fuzz. I'm just not gonna do that. Instead, I'll try on these ones because I wanna see. And I'm also gonna use some of the shoes from earlier. Just so you know, it is a spitter. I'm done with the water right now. And here's what our family looks like so far. Now all we need is a big sister, and maybe their names. Usually by this point we would have found a sticker telling us what they are, so I'm assuming it's gotta be in the last layer, which is, of course, our OMG big sister. And here's our stickers. Before I continue, I just wanna let you know that all her hair is coming out, and I haven't even taken her out yet. So that's no good. Straight from the box, our doll comes wearing a skirt, and it's in a plaid pattern of pink, white, and darker purple. She's also wearing a dark pink glittery sleeveless turtleneck. It's got white and black straps and silver buckles. One strap is nearly under her armpit. The other is over her chest. The straps are just straight up crooked. Moving on to her face and makeup, I have to say it's actually really, really pretty, and for the most part, it is spot on. There's a few little flakes of glitter that are out of place, but other than that, it looks really nice. She has big blue eyes, super thick black mascara with big lashes, and some light and glittery pink eyeshadow. She also has glittery red lipstick and a tiny little mole. When it comes to her hair, she's got a lot going on. It is long and purple in the back. We've got hot pink side bangs, a light purple widow's peak with matching colored long braids off to the sides. The front of her hair is really crispy and held in place with a lot of product, whereas the back of her hair only has product on the top. And as I pointed out, quite a bit of the hair was coming out before I even got her out of the package, and it's actually still coming out now. So I'm hoping that that's just the initial use and that it will stop pretty quickly. Now we'll take a quick peek under the hair to see a purple scalp and a ton of rooting, which gives us a nice full head of hair, and all the parts that aren't stuck with product right now are pretty silky. Moving on to the rest of the body, we have a pale skin complexion with articulated arms at the shoulder, elbows, and wrists. She also has some dark pink painted nails. Let's move her arms out of the way. When it comes to her legs, they move at the hip joint, and she should have a bend and snap knee, but she doesn't. Did they change that? I don't know. Okay, I'll just quickly check out the quality of the fabric. The skirt opens at the back with one piece of Velcro, and it seems to be stitched pretty nice. If you don't know what a skirt is, it's basically a pair of shorts with a flap of fabric over the front to make it look like it's a skirt. And now moving on to the shirt, it also opens at the back with one piece of fabric, and inside everything is sewn together really well. I was hoping that it wasn't, because then maybe I'd be able to fix that one white strap, but it's sewn together really nicely, so I'll just have to live with it. Now we need to get her some accessories, and we'll start with this first garment bag, which is patterned in pink and purple plaids, go figure, with black belts and little silver buckles. Our first accessory is a really pretty shimmery black cape with some black lace and white ruffles. And it's got a black strap with silver buckles as well as silver chain. And everything looks like it's stitched together really nicely. And now we can move on to our second garment bag, which is gray with silver chains and safety pins. What is that? We have a sparkly fuzzy black collar with black and dark purple glittery striped sleeves that have silky insides. It opens at the back with one little piece of Velcro, and from what I can tell, everything looks like it's stitched on pretty well. And I guess we have to re-add her cape somehow. Wait, what? Does this not go here? Oh my, I'm such a dummy. I kept thinking this was a cape this whole time. It actually goes around her waist. And that makes so much more sense because there was way too much happening. And I'm really glad I figured that out because you guys would have yelled at me. Now let's check out what else we have. Starting with this purple plastic brush. It says LOL Suprise, OMG on one side. And since we have it out, I'm gonna give my doll a quick brushing to see how much more hair we lose. Yay, not much more. That's good. The hairstyle itself is a little choppy, but nothing that I can't fix with a pair of scissors. And now we can move on to our final three packages, starting with this blue rectangular shoebox. And it says inside we'll get a size 6.5 pair of fuchsia pleathered boots. And it's the same as all the other boxes we've had in the past. On the top it says LOL Suprise OMG, and the sides have stripes. Tissue paper. Oh my gosh, they're heelless. I would die if I wore these. Here are our fuchsia boots. They are very tall with hot pink laces, blue tipped toes, silver studded platform bottom and base, and no heel. Can I get her to stand by herself? No way. No! Okay, so close, so close. Now we'll move on to our hat box. It says LOLOMG on top and it's got the vertical stripes. And inside we have tissue paper. And not a hat. What? They lied. So we've got a hot pink clutch purse with a purple flap and lots of silver bits to decorate it, like a long strap, chains going across the front, and a blue handle with silver studs. We can even take this off so that she can use it as a smaller clutch purse. What other accessories were in that lying hat box? Now we have whatever this is, and it looks like a pile of chains. First I was thinking it was a necklace, but honestly, it has no way to get around her neck unless I rip her head off. And the same goes for her waist. If this was meant to be a belt, I'm not sure how I would get it on. So for now, I'm gonna set it to the side, hopefully figure that out after. We have a paper clip earring. Does she only get one, or is she supposed to have two? And if she was supposed to have two, where's my second one? I'm gonna have to look at the sticker. I didn't want to look at it yet, but we're gonna do it. So our little sister's name was Midnight. Her little's name is Little Midnight. The brother is named Midnight Kid. The dog is named Midnight Pup. And our OMG doll is named Shadow. I had hoped that if we looked at the picture, we'd see if she was wearing two earrings, but this doesn't show her wearing any, so that wasn't useful. It also doesn't show her wearing whatever this is, so this is a double useless photo. So I've decided she must have only been meant to come with one so that she could be like super punky and cool. And this really reminds me of high school. Like a bunch of my friends did this, so I get where they were going with it. Moving on, we have this really cool reflective silver pair of glasses. They've got chains hanging off the side and everything, and they kind of remind me of a steampunk look. And I'm just gonna stick them. Ah! No, I'm not. She looks super cool, actually. They look really cool. Now we're gonna move on to our very last blind bag, and I can only assume that this is the hat. And it is. Basically what you have here is a super metallic-y, glittery black police hat with silver trimming around all the edges with a purple brim, and under the front we have a little piece of black lace, kind of like a veil. And now we need to try it on her because clearly she doesn't have enough going on as of yet. And the only thing that I'm confused about is this little set of chains. I don't know where this goes. Wait, I figured it out. It's a boot chain. Now as you guys take a final look at the new Amazon exclusive family, I'll quickly let you know that for the most part I am pretty happy with this set. However, I do truly believe that the quality was really rushed here, which resulted in a lot of defects for me. In saying that, I'll mention that if you are completely fine with everything you saw and are interested in getting this set for yourself, you can order it off of Amazon for about $90 if you're in the States, or for $137.85 if you're in Canada. But personally, I feel like you'd actually end up getting more if you were to buy the items individually, and I could do that by buying an LOL Winter Disco OMG Plus Sister Set for $35 in the States and $67.80 in Canada, an LOL Surprise Winter Disco Ball or an LOL Boy Series Ball for $11 in the States or $18 in Canada, an LOL Surprise Winter Disco Pet for $13 in the States and $21.47 in Canada, and lastly by picking up an LOL Surprise Winter Disco Little. And right now in the States you can get a 2-pack for $14, or we can get one in Canada for $12.43, which gives us a grand total of $73 American and $119.78 if you're in Canada. And if my math serves me correctly, we'll be saving at least $17 by buying these things separately. The only difference now is that we might not get a boy if we buy the LOL Winter Disco Ball, which is why I suggested grabbing a boy series. And of course, you won't end up getting the Amazon exclusives. But as I pointed out earlier, limited edition doesn't mean anything. If you can hold off until the clearances start, you'll get those dolls. Or you could go ahead and buy the set now. The choice is yours. Okay guys, that is it. We have opened everything that came inside of our brand new exclusive LOL Bigger Surprise Winter Disco Limited Edition set. And as I predicted, it is honestly not worth the asking price in my opinion, especially now that I've shown you how you can get the same type of stuff for less money. So you can spend more on other things that matter, which could be more gifts for family, friends, or yourself, or something super necessary like car bills, groceries, your rent, tuition, or a mortgage. You know, real life, the things that LOL doesn't actually care about. And honestly, speaking from personal experience here, I have shopping problems, let's not judge Jen. I know that if I buy somebody something like the case, that I'll feel like there's not enough of other things, and then I will overcompensate and then buy even more things, which means I have spent even more money, which is why I do things like piecing out the same type of contents that would have been in the bigger surprise for less, because I'm a genius. And now you can be too, by following my simple steps. In the end, honestly, the choice is yours of what you want to do, and I am totally for it, as long as you're okay accepting what you get for the price you pay. Because who am I to judge? Maybe you want a one-stop shop where you get everything inside one box. Either way, I hope that you found this video both interesting as well as possibly even helpful when it comes to holiday budgeting. If you know somebody who loves LOL Suprise and you think that they'd love these super awesome budgeting tips as well as the review, then please share this video with them. And if you enjoyed this video yourself, then please make sure you remember to comment, like, and subscribe. You can let me know down below what you liked or didn't like, and if you really need me to, you can go ahead and add your requests down below if you want me to check out any of the other LOL items that you might need me to check out for you. I'm not saying that I'll smile the whole time because my wallet is gonna hate me, but I will do my best to make it happen if I am able. Okay? As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!